One quick tip that I want to make sure that I don't forget um, is something that's really helpful when you're dealing with long lists of data. So, like I said, we have all these countries that have confirmed cases of coronavirus on here. There's over 200 of them. Now, you'll notice that as soon as I get on my screen, as soon as I get below line 21, my headings are going to disappear. So now that's all well and good if I can remember them, but let's say I had way more. Let's say I had, 10 different categories and I couldn't possibly remember all of them. It's certainly not the first couple times I look at my spreadsheet, right? So I'm already struggling to remember which one's which in these two, right? Now there's a really easy way that you can fix that from a usability standpoint, and that's what we call freezing cells. So what I want to do is I want to freeze my headings so that when I scroll down the page, my headings follow with my information. So I always know what category I'm looking at. Now the way I'm going to do this is by freezing my first row. All right. Now this is really simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this row. And again, when you want to select a column or a row, you just click on it, right? This column. So I'm going to select row 1. I'm going to go up here to where it says view, click on that. My first option is going to be freeze. When I hover over freeze, you're going to see these different options here. Now I'm selecting one row, so I'm just going to click the one row I have selected. And you'll notice that this gray line appears underneath that row. Now I'm going to show you, this is the cool thing that happens when I do this. Now if I scroll down, you see how this is scrolling with me. So no matter where I go on this list, up or down, I'm always going to have this in my view to know what categories I'm looking at. So let's say I had this list and I wanted to see, um, okay, there's a country number. I want to know what country is number 100 on the list, and I want to know how many confirmed cases they have. Well, now if I scroll down to number 100, I can see, okay, that's Nigeria, and I can see they have 214 confirmed cases. Now, if I didn't have these up here and I couldn't remember, I'd have to follow my columns back up and remember, okay, which one's confirmed, and scroll back down or whatever, right? Now, because I have that frozen, as soon as I scroll down to number 100, I've already got my headings, my categories listed, and I always have them there for reference. You can do this also the same thing. Let's say we had a long sheet going this way. We could click on column A, go to view, freeze, and we go down to columns. We say, okay, I'm going to freeze one column. So now, let's say we had a whole bunch of information, a lot of columns going this way. As I scroll this way, you're going to notice that my countries are going to go with me. So that's just a really good tool to use when you're talking about very, very large, whether that's really wide or really long spreadsheets, that you can freeze those cells for reference as you're looking at different areas of your spreadsheet.